it easy. With your palms on your knees, facing up, and close your eyes. So today, in this practice, we're gonna focus on love and like focusing on yourself and your body and yeah, just like feeling happy, I guess. Okay, so just take a couple deep breaths here. And when you're ready, come onto hands and knees. We're gonna go into cat and cow. Okay, so when you inhale, curve your back in and stick your butt out and look up. And exhale to arch your back. Inhale again. And exhale. And one more time for each. Okay, so now you're going to push back into your hands and come into down dog. And just like take a couple breaths here, and you can walk your dog if you want. Like stretch it out. Okay, so inhale forward to plank. And lower, down, slowly lower. And inhale up to cobra or up dog. And then go back into down dog. Okay, so bring your feet together at the back of your mat. And inhale your right leg up. And bring it forward to warrior one. With your back leg at a 45-degree angle, and your arms up and your knees and hips facing forward. And then exhale to warrior two. And make sure your knee is at a 90-degree angle and not turning in. And try to keep your back leg straight. And then, if you can, in one smooth motion, try to push with your back foot up and lift into warrior three. And once you've found a comfortable spot, hold here for 4 breaths. And try to keep your back and your leg like in as straight a line as possible. And once you've done your 4 breaths, come into mountain with your hands. You can have your big toes together or your feet like hip width apart, whatever is comfortable for you. Your hands down by your side. And just breathe from that. And then inhale your arms up. And fold forward. And just hang here for a minute. Stretch your legs out a little bit. And when you're ready, come back into down dog. Step back. Sorry. And you can walk your dog again if you need to. Okay, so bring your feet together at the back of your mat again. And inhale your left leg up into down dog splits. And bring it forward to warrior one. Keeping your back foot at a 45-degree angle on the ground. And yeah, and your right foot forward. And just try to get as deep of a lunge as you can. And exhale to warrior two. And when you're ready, you can push with your back foot into Warrior 3 again. And hold it here for 4 breaths. Okay, so now we're going to take a break and come into child's pose. Oh. And you can try to, if your butt doesn't reach your heels, you can open your knees a little bit wider and try pushing back with your hands. And try to just put your forehead on your, like, on the mat. So, like, Kate, you can put your knees a little bit wider and just try to, like, sink your butt back to your heels. If you can, whatever you can do. And just rest here for a few moments. Okay, so now, everyone come forward onto your stomach. And we're going to go into bow pose. So, you put your feet back and try to grab your ankles with your hands. And you push your feet back, and the harder you kick back, the higher your legs will go. And try to keep your legs kind of like parallel to each other, so they're like straight, but they're like squeezed. And make sure you're breathing in this pose, because I know a lot of people forget to breathe when they're in bow pose. And then come back down to one cheek and breathe. And when you're ready, come back up into bow pose. Okay. And rest your other cheek on the ground. And come back up into all fours. And then go push back into down dog. Okay, so if you can bend your knees a little bit and look forward and jump to the mat and try to land softly, but if you can't, you can just step back up. And then rise up with the arms overhead and bring your hands back down to heart center. And we're going to take eagle pose. So put your right arm under your left arm and try to connect your palms together if you can. And keep your arms up and out, so like at shoulder height. And then come down into chair pose. And put your right foot over your left foot as far over as you can. And try to keep your hips square and balanced, and try to stay like in as low as a squat as you can. And just focus and try to breathe through this. long. Okay, and come back. Arms overhead and hands heart center. And then we're going to do that on the other side. So put your left arm under your right arm. Keep your arms up and into chair and put your left foot over. And just hold it here for 4 breaths into your spot. Okay, now come out, over your head and hands back to our center. And we're going to take tree pose now. So you can hop your right foot up and point your knee out. And so you can try lifting, and you can put your foot anywhere on your leg besides your knee. So if you want to like grab it, you can go all the way up. And just keep your hands together at heart center. Try to stay as balanced as possible and like push your left thigh and your right foot together, or whatever your foot is on your leg. And stay here for 4 breaths. Okay, so try to bring your leg down, like graceful way, and we're gonna do the same thing on our left side. So pop your foot and point your knee out. You can put it wherever is most comfortable on your right leg for you. It's almost over. Okay, yeah. If this is too easy for you, you can also try closing your eyes, which makes the balancing part harder. Like if you close your eyes. Okay. Okay, so when you're done, you can bring your other foot down and come to the top of your mat. And we're gonna do a sun salutation together. So inhale your arms overhead and exhale to forward fold. Inhale halfway up with a flat back with your shoulders down, and exhale back into forward fold. And step your right foot back into a lunge and try to keep your back leg as straight as you can. And then bring your left foot back with it and go into down dog. And inhale to plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga up to cobra or down dog. And exhale back to down dog.